We're ready to do it or ditch it. Today is all about Disney's Hollywood Studios and, more specifically, MuppetVision 3D at Disney's Hollywood Studios. We ran a poll of the Kingdom Report team, that's you, both on our Facebook and Instagram pages, and we went ahead and asked you, is MuppetVision 3D worth your Hollywood Studios time? The results? Interesting. I will say with Facebook, 80% say, yeah, no, it's totally worth our time. 20% saying, And then over on Instagram, yeses had 61%. And you see no's with 39 there. Instagram always seems to be a little bit different. And it's fascinating to me because I would assume it's the same audience on both platforms. So I don't really know why it goes one way or the other. But guys, when it comes to MuppetVision 3D and this attraction that's been around for several decades at this point, is it a do it or ditch it in your mind, Katrina?
Do it. I like Sweetums.
Yeah?
I like when he runs out. He's cute. And then, but I think it's just, if you've never done it before, I think you should. It's something interesting. I love the Muppets. Like the Muppets I've seen since I was a child, so I always have that little sweet spot. I used to watch them every night at Friday, like on Friday nights or whatever, when they used to have their little show. So I think it definitely, people should watch it. And then I know there's like one particular thing that you love about the Muppets 3D that you've been obsessed about. No? Okay.
Clearly not.
Donald's butt. God.
That's not the same show.
Oh, that's not Donald's butt. Oh my God, I'm thinking of Philhar Magic. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. No,
so,
anyway, but I'm just kidding.
Here?
No.
Okay.
I still love it.
Like Donald Duck's not even in that show.
Saturday.
God.
I'm tired. There's things happening in life. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, but I do love Sweetums when he runs out and stuff. But I think it's really cute. And then the only thing I don't like about it is like the little cartoon character. There's like that. Yeah.
The spirit of 3D? The
spirit of 3D. I was like, but I think if you're a child, like it's something good for a child to watch because it keeps them active. And then I love the little guys sitting up there. What the old guys? The
Waldorf and Statler.
Yeah. You know. I love them because they're always just so silly and so funny. So I would say do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should do it. I don't think there's not a lot taking your attention in Hollywood Studios.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I just go do it because it's honestly a great look back into the old, like, I'm pretty sure Jim Henson, I don't know actually, now that I think about it. Did Jim Henson help work on this?
Yeah, it was one of his last projects.
Right,
apparently.
okay, so I mean, you can kind of feel the vibe in there of the old kind of stylings of Jim Henson, and it's got kind of, even at the very end, one of my favorite moments is when the fire truck kind of breaks through the doorway or the brick wall or whatever, and you look out into the crowd and everything, and you can see very old like Mickey balloons from the 90s and stuff like that, and just so it's just kind of brings me back to I saw it when I was a young kid, so I love it, and it has so many great jokes in it. Even the pre-show, I actually think it's worth it to go see the pre-show.
Pre-show's a lot of fun
because they do this fun thing where like the pre-show takes place on 3 different television screens, and so you know, the characters will run back and forth between these different screens, and there's some pretty good jokes in there. There's, I don't even want to spoil the best ones, but there's some people dressing up as Mickey Mouse and stuff. It's really funny, and it just is a heartwarming thing. And it's, you know, speaking of like Donald Duck's butt, you know, it may not be in that show, but I do love how even the Swedish Chef is in the back, and you can turn around and see the Swedish Chef. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. There's
Muppets immersion. Yeah.
So the Penguin Orchestra. I mean, come on now.
There's nothing like it.
People need more Muppets in their life.
Yeah. They do.
It's
and
even underrated.
Even though it's been removed from California Adventure.
Don't even get me started.
You know, it's nice to still have it as an option.
I'm glad Philhar Magic is here, but at least there's like some show that gets some like, you know, kids excited and immersive instead of like promos and like the High School Musical and all that stuff.
Yes.
So I'm glad it's actually being utilized for like the good and for like kids and stuff so they can see things.
But at the same time, maybe that's how we get things like High School Musical the musical in Tomorrowland.
I think that was just for their own sake because I'm going to say that they thought it was going to be a flop, so they're just trying to push it, Disney Plus. Yeah. But I don't know, maybe that's not it, and they're trying to bring, I guess, maybe more little kids. I would love to
see their numbers. Anyway.
I would love to see their numbers on the High School the Musical.
Well, let's take this question on out to our Walt Disney World reporter, Mr. Garrett Hassel, whose chestnuts are clearly roasting by an open fire. Garrett, tell us.
Oh my gosh, that sounds very...
I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a simple expression of the season, Katrina.
Yeah, I
but
don't know.
Garrett, do it or ditch it, man. Muppet Vision 3D.
MuppetVision 3D. I'm doing it. I love it. The first time I saw it was at California Adventure, and I love it. I think it's a cute show. And here out at Disney World, it doesn't get a whole lot of love. Like it'll have a good audience, but it's a quick thing. If it's raining, go in there, watch the show, sit back, relax. For me, the best part of the show, other than the Swedish chef that Tyler said, like like with his actual Swedish language, is I love Sam Eagle's musical number, A Salute to All Nations, but mostly America.
A glorious 3-hour finale.
You know what? That is a great
Yeah.
joke that I feel like a lot of people just kind of brush over. Like when he says, and mostly America, it's like, I feel like that's like the most hilarious part of the whole show. You're right. You're 100%
That
correct.
section moves awfully
Yeah.
quick. And so, yeah, if you're not paying attention, you miss it. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I it's a cute show. It really is cute. I love how Sweetums comes out, looks around, and you have lights going everywhere. But it's a cheesy show. It's a corny show. It's got some terrible jokes in there, which I personally love. And who doesn't love the Muppets? Actually, before I came out to visit my lovely girlfriend, I on the airplane watched Muppets Treasure Island, which I
course
think
you
is a absolutely wonderful movie.
Yeah.
And so I'm doing it as much as I can. It's a nice show. It's only 15 minutes, and then afterward you get to walk around. You can go eat at Pizza Rizzo's out in Hollywood Studios and just
Definitely
hang
wouldn't recommend
out.
that, but yeah.
Yeah.
If you've ever eaten there, there's places where you can save your money and go elsewhere. And yeah,
There's a superior Italian place literally right next door. Literally, Mama Melrose is right next door, and it's much better. So.
But thank you for the recommendation, Garrett. You're right. If you want to keep it themed, you can walk right on over to Pizza Rizzo and, maybe buy something prepackaged and not necessarily what they call pizza there. Kurt, you've been out to Hollywood Studios yourself. Tell us, or do it or ditch it.
You got to do it. I love Muppets. I love everything Muppets. I feel like they're really underutilized. I would like to see more Muppet-themed stuff.
I couldn't agree more.
You know,
Yeah,
the little
be nice
show
to see
they
that.
had, I don't know if they still have it at the Magic Kingdom.
They just got rid of it.
Yeah, no, it's
Well, now I'm
heartbreaking because
sad.
I really
Yeah.
love that show too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anything Muppets, you got to do for me.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
nice to have a little bit more representation, and you're right. I mean, with the round of entertainment cuts that just swept through the parks, I mean, we lost, for anybody that hadn't seen it because they hadn't been there for a very long time, at Magic Kingdom in Liberty Square, you had the Muppets basically retelling the story of America and the founding, and it's hilarious, especially with Sam Eagle being such a
Yeah.
critical part of that show. So crushing to see that also
We
was
missed it by
eliminated.
like 2 days when we came out.
No!
And I was like, no.
And that show was phenomenal too because it was great to see them actually live. Like you think
Yeah.
about it all the time. The only time you ever see the Muppets is when they're on TV or some screen. But actually seeing people perform with the Muppets in real life, I could see it.
Yeah.
It's sad that it's gone.
Yeah. Well, Garrett, we'll give you the last word on this, on the Do It or Ditch It segment. Anything else you'd like to share when it comes to Muppet Vision 3D?
When it comes to MuppetVision 3D, it makes you feel like a child again. It makes you laugh. It makes you realize that life isn't so bad. Like whether it's seeing Miss Piggy get pulled on a water ski, or you see a concert going terribly wrong, or you just see the Swedish Chef going crazy. I think it's a necessary show, and I would love it if you could see Muppets more in the parks, whether it be in a parade in some way, or even just like maybe character meet and greet. I don't know how possible that is, but I think that would be great. I love me some drama between Kermit and Miss Piggy.
And I know I just said I'll give you a last word, but something that just popped into my head from the show that I wanted to share with everybody. If you've never noticed before, Sweetums, who comes into the theater at the end to say, stop the projector, stop the movie. It's sort of a real life, live action character coming into the theater with you every show. There is a point where Sweetums is in the theater and then also on screen. And I would suggest everybody look for that the next time they're at Hollywood Studios. There is a moment where both of them are represented. I think it was a continuity error. No one realized it, and he's still in the theater today and also on screen at the same time. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And that is Do It or Ditch It, where clearly the do-its have it when it comes to Muppet Vision 3D.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.